On October 29, 2024, former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, under oath, admitted to maintaining a death squad targeting illegal drug users and criminals. This admission, made during a Senate Blue Ribbon Subcommittee hearing, could have serious legal repercussions for Duterte in both Philippine courts and the International Criminal Court, ICC. Duterte's testimony was politically strategic, according to Antonio Gabriel Lavina, a member of the Permanent Court of Arbitration. Lavina noted that while Duterte's supporters may have been captivated by his statements, the legal impact could be damaging. This was a disaster legally, Lavina said, interpreting Duterte's words as a confirmation of his past support for extrajudicial actions against suspected criminals, a stance that could strengthen the ICC's case against him. The ICC began investigating Duterte in 2017, focusing on alleged crimes against humanity linked to his war on drugs campaign, which started in Davao City before his presidential term in 2016. The investigation covers incidents from November 1, 2011, when the ICC obtained jurisdiction under the Rome Statute, until March 2019. Despite the Philippines' withdrawal from the treaty in 2018, the ICC continued its investigation as the withdrawal took a year to process, providing further opportunity to gather evidence. Lavina highlighted two criteria for the ICC to consider an offense as a crime against humanity: active involvement of state actors in the killings and a failure to prevent them. Duterte's testimony may satisfy both, especially as he claimed responsibility for police actions in his anti-drug campaign, even allegedly encouraging them to provoke suspects to resist arrest, which could justify lethal force. Various parties, including former Senator Antonio Trillanes and the families of drug war victims, represented by the National Union of People's Lawyers, have filed complaints against Duterte. Attorney Nery Colmenares, representing these families, expressed optimism about the ICC's investigation, suggesting it could lead to an arrest warrant for Duterte before year-end. Colmenares also referenced a controversial narco-list presented during legislative hearings as part of the mounting evidence. The multi-sectoral alliance Bagong Alyansang Makabayan, Bayan, and human rights groups like Karapatan reiterated calls for justice for those affected by Duterte's anti-drug campaign and his administration's crackdown on dissent. Bayan's statement evoked the emotional toll of Duterte's presidency on Filipinos, comparing it to a hostage situation marked by fear and repression. They condemned the government's response to Duterte's recent statements as inadequate, urging the administration to cooperate with the ICC in seeking accountability for Duterte's actions. Bayan also criticized the Senate's handling of the hearing, noting that it prioritized Duterte's narrative over the voices of victims, calling this an added insult to the suffering endured by thousands under Duterte's rule. The group further urged President Marcos Jr.'s administration to take stronger action, emphasizing that at a minimum, the government should support the ICC's prosecution efforts. In this complex intersection of political maneuvering, legal accountability, and human rights advocacy, the Philippine and international communities continue to grapple with the legacy of Duterte's presidency.